Rising, beautiful souls, rising. Hope we doing amazing this evening. It's almost 9:30, but I wanted to hop on and get this season 2 started, coming with some new information, learned a lot, some old understanding, because I've grown a lot. And I wanted to continue what I've been working on and focusing on, and understanding that, you know, this marathon that I'm running, I gotta keep a steady pace. I feel like I was trying to do too much before, and my mind wasn't clear. Excuse me. Why wasn't my mind clear? There were so many distractions. Oh my goodness. Just when you feel like you've eliminated one issue, seems like sometimes 10 more pop up in its place. So, today's topic we'll be going into briefly. Did you stop smoking because you had to? Or did you stop smoking because you knew you had to make a change, and that cannabis was actually destroying you when you thought it was actually doing you good? So let me break that down. Or that was actually self-explanatory, but let me break it down more. Were you forced to stop smoking weed because you went broke? Because you still had bills to pay? So, thank God that you had that, right? So it's like some people can't even get to the point where they can quit when they have a lack of funds. If you feel me, you feel me. Like, I know that's a big deal for some people. I'm gonna stay on the street. But that's a big deal for some people. Some souls don't know how to quit, even though they have a lot of other responsibilities. I will say my responsibilities are, the number of responsibilities that I have is growing. So it's taking a lot out of me, but I still feel like I'm thugging. I still feel strong. You know what I mean? I work every single day, so it's like I noticed that weed was not helping me on that venture. Like you know what I mean? Like for the souls that get up and roll one and smoke. You know what I mean? It's fine in a lot of cases until you lose your drive. Hillside. Until you lose your drive. A lot of people don't understand that marijuana is what's dimming your brain. I will say, what am I on day 4? The anxiety is crazy, but the ability to be able to speak your mind fluently and without a hiccup, and then just being able to it's crazy, because I feel like my body is like when it's cleansing itself, I feel like there's something missing. That's why I'm like, anxiety is crazy, because I'm sitting there trying to figure out how to not catch an attitude, being witty with your mouth, and you know, sometimes it's rude. Sometimes you can say something hurtful. And when you become dependent on weed, a lot of things end up turning like dark fast. You know, like some things you shouldn't be emotionally responding to and get all in your feelings, but then you can't help it. So the withdrawal is actually quite powerful too. And a lot of people, like the withdrawal, I've been having like trouble sleeping, you know, sweat sleep, just everything, like constant or, you know, inconsistent, but having stomach pain. Like I'm feeling a lot better. The energy is coming back. But I gotta let souls know that, like, long term, it's not really a good thing. You know, yeah, of course you can drink tea to get, you know, clear out your throat and, you know, help your lungs and things like that. But remember, smoking was never meant to do what it does. Some of us can't even, those that some of us, we smoke all day. We rolling 3, 4, 5 blunts a day. That's crazy. And as I'm saying, I can easily do it, but I know it's crazy. It's like, you know, you know, I don't know if it's true, but I'm saying, you know, of course, like, tobacco products, we gotta realize that. You know, unless you got a cigar on your counter for your, you know, on your altar for your ancestors, why are you smoking cigars? You know, Wiz Khalifa even said it. You know, the papers is probably gonna help you live longer and keep you away from the cancer. But you know, everybody can't. But then you trying to figure out why you got stomach issues and why you got this and why you feel like this. Consistent headaches, mood is all over the place, energy is all over the place. No, you might, that's what I'm saying, you might have an appetite, you know? That's what I was laughing about it, because I remember when I first started smoking, like, I used to get horny, you know? Like, so, like, after you smoke, and that's why I always thought it was weird, because it's like, they be like, nah, y'all always smoking with y'all homies. Like, y'all gotta be, you know, I don't want to say the word, but that's how they pretty much made it seem. Like, nah, you gotta be, you know, going the other way, because all y'all niggas be doing is smoking and hanging out with each other. Now, and that's what I'm saying. Now it's completely different. My body has became, you know, that was a long time ago. That was when I first started. So I would say, 2013, 14, you know? So it's like, now I don't get any of that sensation. I don't even get the real relief. That's what I'm saying. Like, so a lot of the smoking, it just started turning into like just the action making me feel calm. And you never really want to get to that point, you know, if you could stop yourself. That's why a lot of people, they don't just straight out quit, you know what I mean? They go slow, they take it slow, you know what I mean? They, what is it called? Microdosing. So it's a lot of souls that want to quit, that can't. And if we realize like it's legit all mental, then it might be easier to overcome. But you gotta have something that you can do. If that makes sense, you know? You gotta have something that you can pour your energy into, that can keep you busy. It's so crazy how many people don't know how to get their body to reach optimal level, never cleanse themselves. probably never felt all of their energy, all their chakras positively moving all at one time. It's always some kind of issue. It's always some kind of drama. And I'm saying, it's not to say that I also have to admit, you know what I mean? Like, healing never ends. That's what I'm saying. I think we have to really sit back and we have to realize that healing never really is over with. You could take a break, but it's never really over with. And you know what I'm saying? And then when you take a break, you know what I'm saying, somebody's still gonna be there, ready to push your buttons, ready to make you feel some type of way. And if you don't know how to control yourself, that's another thing that weed does. Remember I said it messes up your emotions. So now as a man, you acting overly emotional about some shit you shouldn't give a fuck about. It's a catch-22 when they say we give you that feeling of not giving a fuck about stuff. It's a catch-22. This is just part one though. Just wanted to get into it. I'm 4 days in. Okay, so now we on to part two, right? Have you ever, now this might be a stretch for some souls, but have you ever created on a like a sober mind? Like, do you even know how it feels for your body to be without THC for a month, 2 months? Have you experienced your energy cleansed versus how it is when you smoke non-stop? You know, because the reason why I ask these questions is, like, if you truly don't even know how powerful you are without it, I feel like that should be something that you fight for, something that you plot for, something that you do for yourself to see what you can do, challenging yourself. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But a lot of souls don't even push themselves to that point. And it's like, why not? The crazy thing is rephrase that. The craziest thing is sometimes souls will be struggling in more than one aspect of their life. Relationships, job, family, school. They don't know how to, like, their commitment is flawed. So it's like, how do you expect to create the best life for yourself? How do you expect to create the best life for yourself when you can't even push yourself to your highest capacity? You don't even know what it feels like. Because trust me, like, the worldly things will get overwhelming fast. And you will want to check out. And that's what I was trying to tell. I was trying to tell the mother of my children. I was trying to express to her how it feels. And I was like, like, everybody is not, like, bored. You know what I mean? But, like, the way I was trying to explain it is how I feel. It's pretty much, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty simple. Or, how I view it in my mind. Because it's like, okay, so a lot of people smoke because they're bored, you know what I mean? Or because it relaxes them. So then, you got the bored people that smoke to relax, but then when you're bored and you can't smoke to relax, your boring just became more boring. I know, that's just how I put it in my head, and it makes sense. Your boring just became more boring. Now you got to figure out what to do with yourself, with your boredom, because you can't smoke. That's what I'm saying. How long can you sit in the silence? Man, and that's a video I did a long time ago. How well do you do in the silence? You probably smoking to quiet the voices in your head, not knowing you need to be listening to the voices. So you can decipher and see what is what. They might not all be positive, but they might not all be negative either. So you thinking that marijuana is gonna really help? And so that's what I'm saying. Some people it does. Everybody is different. Everybody is affected differently, right? But what I'm saying to you is, what do you have to lose? Look where you at right now. Let's just take a step back. Look where you at right now. And if you know me by now, you know I don't come at people. Like, unless I'm just directly talking shit, I don't come at people. So what? I'm out here, where am I at? I'm out here talking to myself. That's what I'm doing majority of the time. I'm talking to myself. So you already know how that is. So let's take a step back. What do you got going for yourself? Have you really been pushing yourself? You got your crib together? I was just talking to my daughter about restarting life. And I was just like, a lot of us have to restart when we don't want to, but it's because of the decisions that we made prior. So now you might be in a rut. Now you might be in the gym. Now you might be under, and you got to get yourself back up top. And that takes years. Sometimes it takes years. Healing yourself takes years. Getting your stuff together takes years. Why would you want to deal with somebody? Why are you trying to put somebody why are you trying to bring somebody into your life when you don't even have everything together yet? Again, that's why a lot of dudes just calm down and shut up. We be having things to do, and we don't need no BS. What the hell you getting pussy for and you got shit to do? That's dumb. That's dumb. All it's gonna do is put you in a more funk. Now you worrying about somebody that you ain't had no business worrying about, because you ain't even got a car, you ain't even got a house, you ain't got life insurance, you ain't got shit to your name. But you want to say you got a woman? That's crazy talk. Is that how you want to maneuver? You want to be 40 years old trying to figure out what to do? You're going to be 45. You're going to be 45, mad at the world. You're going to be 45 years old trying to turn into a passport bro. You're going to go to the Philippines and look for you a chick. And she's going to be real mean to you and call you fat and ugly, but you a 6'4", tall, God-looking creature. I feel like smoking, it gets you in this energy of being content. Yeah, that fucking attitude, it be cool for a while. It's cool for a while. It's cool for a while until you get sick and tired of it. Until you want more. Until you realize how much you actually spent on weed. You spent so much money on weed, you could have bought a house. You could have put a down payment on a house. A lot of souls won't realize that. They can't quit. So then over the course of their lifetime, how much money do you think they spent on cannabis? Like, how much do we really feel like it was spent? Unfortunately, a decent amount. We can do the calculations. Some people, I can't do it right this second. But come on now, some people get what? Let's go over the numbers. Let's do light numbering right now. Let's say you get 100 every 2 weeks, $100 worth every 2 weeks. That's $200 a month. Let's go 12 months. $200, 12 months. That's not a lot. 212, what, 22, 24,000, 2,400. That's where my mind was going. About $2,400. That's not a lot. You know what I mean? That's like car insurance. That's like health insurance. And like I said, it may not seem like a lot, but everybody not balling like that. Everybody doesn't have extra funds like that. And that's what I'm saying. It's cool. It's cool to it's cool to be like that and to be doing things when you actually have the extra funds, when you actually bust your butt and got yourself some extra money to save and to do some other stuff with. But like I said, how many souls do we have that really have nothing, but yet they're okay and willing to smoke their life away? It makes no sense. You're hurting yourself more than you're helping.